Hey, thanks for watching Four Color Commentary. I'm Mark Allen, and I am doing the latest Bearded and Cole's comic book cover challenge, and the theme is fights. So, comic book covers with great battles going on, great fights going on, any of that physical conflict is what we want in the comics. And so, what I did is I brought a bunch of comics, primarily comics that made a big impression on me as a kid. It made me made me say, okay, what's going on in that comic? And so I start with Amazing Spider-Man number 161. This is the issue that has Spider-Man locked in combat with Nightcrawler. This is a Ross Andru drawn issue. This is a Gil Kane cover, I believe, with some Romita inks, okay? And so Spider-Man number 161, Spider-Man and Nightcrawler hooking it up, several yards above the ground, up off the Ferris wheel. This comic was my introduction to the new X-Men, because when I saw that Nightcrawler character, I was like, who in the world is the new Spider-Man villain? And then, of course, I read the cover, and, it said Nightcrawler, and it had Punisher on there as well, announcing the Punisher. And so I thought, well, okay, I can't go wrong with this book. And so, from that point, I have to believe that and one other comic I'm going to share here got me into the new X-Men. But anyway, great battle cover there. There's a close-up of Spider-Man and the demonic-looking mutant going at it, okay? And then this one, oh man, one of my all-time, to this day, favorite Avengers comics. It has been read and reread. It has the wounds to prove it, and that's okay. It's okay to have wear and tear on your comics. Comics are first and foremost for reading and entertainment and magic and fun and all of that. And so this is Avengers number 158. This is the cover, the Jack Kirby cover, portraying Wonder Man and the Vision going at it. Slugfest, man, big time slugfest that lasted several pages in this book. And this had to do with the Scarlet Witch being at the center of this. Two men and their affections for the Scarlet Witch just came to a head. I won't say any more than that, but just a great battle issue. If you're looking for a good old-fashioned Marvel slugfest, there it is. Now, here's the other book that got me into the new X-Men, and this is one of those titles that also. The title I've mentioned before got me into the artwork of John Byrne at a very, very young age. This is a 1977 comic, which means I was 9 years old at the time. And so this is Iron Fist number 15, the last issue of the first volume, which couldn't believe this today, a book like this would be going great guns. But this one just kind of, after issue 15, they didn't continue it any further. But anyway, I always loved that Dave Cockrum cover, with Iron Fist tearing into and seemingly, giving a beat down to the X-Men on the cover. Of course, it was his book. It wasn't exactly a beat down, but he handled himself very well, and it was his book after all. But for the last issue, I guess Dave wanted to make him a very triumphant character on the cover. Anyway, great battle cover there, Iron Fist number 15. All right, I'm going to have to take this one out of the bag because it's a double cover, front and back. This was a book. This is one of the first DC comics that I bought myself. And this has, I'm going to have to go back and read this story because it has, I'm not sure why these heroes are going at each other the way they are. However, this is a 72-page square-bound edition, Justice League of America number 200. Great, amazing George Perez cover on there. And there's the double cover. There's your Justice League members going after other Justice League members, and just kind of a Justice League slugfest. Again, I need to go back and read this again to find out what was going on. But just a great cover. Had this one for years, and I remember just being wowed by the cover. This may have been the first front and back cover I ever saw as a kid. I didn't look at the publication date on it. I would have still been just a kid, though. It was before my teenage years, I'm fairly certain. Let's see, though. 1982? No, I would have been 13 or 14 years old. So, okay. So anyway, but still very impressionable. And I still think that may be the first double cover that I remember picking up. All right, this is another great classic Marvel comic of a series that ran for a long time, and some people even say some collectors, some readers, some fans will say this title was their favorite Spider-Man title. I'm trying to pick all this. You start peeling an old price sticker off, and then you get the white residue. And then I'm always worried people are going to say, well, is that on the book or just on the bag? I assure you it's just on the bag. But anyway, here it is. This is Marvel Team Up number 14, Spider-Man and the Savage Submariner. And on the cover, you have them going at it underwater. Too bad for Spidey. That's a bad place to be. Mayhem is the manfish. Not very plussed by the title of the story there, but great visuals. Again, I think a Kane Romita combination there. Certainly looks like a Kane drawing, Romita inking kind of situation there. But anyway, great Slugfest cover, Aqua Slugfest. Okay, all right. This next one is one that I remember catching my eye. Again, this was 1978. I would have been 10-year-old Mark. And what this book, first of all, let me just show it to you and then I'll explain. Marvel 2-in-1 number 46 with the Hulk and the Thing going at it. Now, I didn't look and see who drew this cover before coming on. I want to say maybe Rich Buckler or some such. I don't think it's a Ron Wilson. But anyway, I'll leave that to you. But what I loved about this book, first of all, of course, it was the Hulk versus the Thing. And at this point, I'd already read a couple of classic battles of the Hulk and the Thing, and so those were always sure things for me. Whenever I saw this on the rack, I knew I was going to get it. But it also played off of the fact that at the time there was an Incredible Hulk TV show, and the Thing was kind of what's the Hulk doing with his own TV show? That kind of deal, as I recall. But what I loved about this cover, not just the slugfest, the action, and that it's taking place on a movie set, which is just kind of hilarious, but the forward motion of the Hulk as he really lays that left into the Thing, and the Thing seemingly kind of falling back to dodge it, and just great action on there, great slugfest cover, great fight cover. There you go. All right, this next one is actually had two independents. I forgot an entry that I was going to get here in just a moment. But anyway, this is Nexus number 18. And what you have here is you have Judah Maccabee, the Hammer, okay, who was known for his battle prowess, a known and well-respected and feared warrior, okay, in the world of Nexus. And then you had the Quattro, and I just lost his name. I thought of it before Creed, the Quattro, Creed. You can see clearly why they call his race Quattros. They have 4 arms. Well, the Quattros are also known being feared for their battle prowess. And to them, it was an honor to die in battle. Same with Judah Maccabee. They both are allies of Nexus, but certain circumstances pitted them against each other. And this was issue number 18. And as someone who started on issue number 1 of Nexus, and just kept, this was something that I had been waiting on that I didn't know I was. I thought, I never thought, I probably had thought at some point, wow, what if Judah and Creed ever hooked it up, man? And it happened, and it was great. And I remember seeing this cover and just going, oh man, can't wait to read that. So anyway, great stuff there. And if you're a Nexus fan, you've probably read that. If you're not, all I can say is read Nexus. Okay, all right. This next one is a reprint. I meant to see who reprinted this. I don't think it was Gemstone Publishing. Gemstone Publishing, I'll just leave it out of the bag to do this. Gemstone Publishing, of course, back in the day, published some great thick volumes of EC titles. And this is Weird Science Fantasy with a reprinted and recolored, but beautiful Frank Frazetta cover of this guy battling some cavemen. Now that is a fight cover, okay? And Frazetta no less. So I mean, I don't know what issue of science fantasy this was, Weird Science Fantasy this was taken from, and it's obvious that it's been recolored, but it's just so beautiful. I mean, you can't you can't hide the fact that Frazetta did beautiful work. And so great fight cover there. I couldn't, when I was looking through the books, trying to pull out what I was going to show, I could not leave that in there. All right. This one also, this next to last entry is one that, again, I read while I was picking up this book on a regular basis. Really just, I couldn't wait to see this. This was a John Romita art job. And this is the Uncanny X-Men number 183, where Colossus and Cain Marko, the Juggernaut, get into a slugfest. And this one really looks, I love how on the cover, they're giving Colossus kind of the upper hand there. He is landing a hard right to the Juggernaut, actually causing him some pain seemingly there. And this was a really cool delve into a little bit of a peek into the character of Colossus, delving into his what makes him tick and such as that. And so this was a great battle issue, but a great battle cover also. But I won't give away a winners or losers or what the motivations were or anything. All right, one other cover. All right, and one that I just forgot to pull out before I started this video. Okay, last entry, and this is an oversized issue, also a double cover. This is one I've had for a long time, reread it here just a while back. It's a very entertaining story, also one of my few DCs, but this is all new collector's edition for those who do the C numbers. It's DC special edition C58. This is Superman versus Shazam, and that is a fight cover, okay, with the villain on the back there. And watching it on his view screen. But here's the piece de la resistance. Okay, good enough, close enough. There you go. But there's Superman versus Shazam. Great. I want to say Rich Buckler on that one. Yep, Rich Buckler, inked by Dick Giordano. And so great battle cover there. So anyway, there you go. There's my battle covers, my fight covers, whatever you want to call them. Covers where guys where heroes and villains just go at it. And just really have at each other. You got to have that in comics. You got to have the fights, the throwdowns, the butt kickings. You got to have all of that. Okay. So anyway, there are my entries. I'll put a link up to other videos as well. Not all of them because quite a few people did them, but I'll put up a link to a few. And anyway, just feel free to take the challenge. It's a lot of fun. Find some of your favorite battle covers, fight covers out of your collection, and share those with us. Anyway, hey, if you haven't yet, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And we'd love to have you viewing Four Color Commentary videos. And peace and support and prayers to all of our first responders, cops, EMT, fire, all of them, military, everybody. And I was a little bit late on it, but happy Veterans Day to all our veterans. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video.